You might have seen a little episode of South Park that featured, well, not Meghan and Harry, but two people who are obviously Meghan and Harry. Now, I didn't know the whole media would blow up on this. They all picked it up. Deadline, Forbes, Sky News Australia, Fox News, pretty much all of them. So I had to pick one. So this one here is from TMZ. It says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle brutally mocked on South Park. And yeah, I like their title, one of the best. All right, let's see what we got. The creators of South Park narrowed in on their latest target Wednesday night on Comedy Central, Prince Harry and his American-born wife, Meghan Markle. I thought if you defamed someone or didn't mention them by name, it's not so bad. But apparently, South Park didn't mention Harry and Meghan by name, but they didn't have to. And it continues. Prince Harry stepped away from royal duties and indeed any occasion with the royal family at all in January 2020. Since then, the Duke and Duchess have done nothing but aggravate Buckingham Palace, having released a revealing docuseries on Netflix, Harry and Meghan, in 2022, and Prince Harry's explosive memoir, Spare, released in January this year. South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who came in fourth on the list of the world's top 10 entertainers, released this week by Forbes, taking home $160 million in 2022, hilariously mocked the royal couple in Wednesday night's episode. Hey, that's a good way to put it. Something positive for once about someone. The media always will mention the negative. I've been a fan of South Park since the very first demo episode, not the first actual episode, the first episode they ever made, like decades ago. The episode is called Worldwide Privacy Tour, in which a ginger haired prince and his dark haired wife are portrayed as Canadian royalty meant to be the Sussexes. The South Park creators, who recently signed a $935 million 6-year deal with Paramount, famously create characters from Canada to be distinguished from other characters on the show by a mouth that is slightly detached from the head, and the prince and his wife on the show have the same characteristic. The Worldwide Privacy Tour. And they say that the Harry and Meghan characters went on a talk show in the episode and promoted the book Wog, which is actually Spare. Wog, meaning like Harry was whining and things about being a royal. They reference the passing of the Queen. Oh, okay, I see the joke. It has been several months now since our beloved Queen has died, he announced. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the Prince and his wife. Yeah, because come to think of it, the Queen passed away, and Meghan and Harry just pushed on, selling books, doing interviews, whatever they felt like doing. Come to think of it, yeah, just seems like they just were like, sorry to hear that, move on. Ah, good joke, like usual. They then embarked on a worldwide privacy tour where they traveled from Canada to France, India, Australia, and finally landed in New York. It's pretty funny, man. When you think about it, worldwide privacy tour is like perfect. After touring across the US, the prince and his wife go to Colorado, where they settle in the small town of South Park. It's so quiet and empty here, the prince's wife said to him, if we moved here, then people would think we're really serious about wanting to be normal. So they end up moving next door to Kyle, and Kyle said this about them. You guys, I'm so sorry. I was totally going to play with you guys online, but the Prince of Canada and his wife moved in across the street from me, and then they kept trying to get me to buy their stupid book. And here's a tweet about it from the official South Park account. Kyle complains about a dumb prince and a stupid wife in the all-new episode titled Worldwide Privacy Tour, premiering Wednesday at those times on Comedy Central. And of course, on Twitter, they got quite a load of responses and replies. That's not the most flattering picture of Harry people keep posting. So it was pretty successful. I said I might not make another video on Harry and Meghan, and I realized that it's not really them I'm making videos on, or it's not really them anyone's talking about. There's nothing to talk about. But what we are talking about is how the world is reacting to them and their silliness. You could say this is a video on Meghan and Harry, but it's really not. It's a video on the reaction to them in the culture. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't consider it and don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad about it, but I'll get over it. See you next time.